All right, guys, what's happening? We are on to Clocks on this album. Song is built around a piano riff. So many, right? It's like so many of these songs so far is piano riff, and features cryptic lyrics concerning themes of contrast and urgency. Several remixes of the track exist, and its riff has been widely sampled. Oh. Yeah, I wonder if I've heard this. Considered to be one of Coldplay's signature songs and is often ranked among the greatest songs of the 2000s. Now I'm like, I must have heard this. Written and composed during the late stages of production, Coldplay's second album. Riff popped into Chris Martin's mind late one night in Liverpool when he came into the studio, where he then developed it on piano. Inspired by the English rock band Muse, presented the riff to the band's guitarist Johnny Buckland, who then added a layer of guitar chords to the basic track. He picked up his guitar, sure sign that he likes a song, and played right. It inspires you to play. I mean, that's, yeah. And played these brilliant chords. It was like a chemical reaction process. It kind of is. Yeah, that's the thing. It's that thing, right? Where you hear something and it inspires you to play. It inspires, to me, that's like part of being a musician. When you hear music that you're just like, gets you so excited that you want to go and play. That's like, or you want to figure out what it is. Oh man, what is that? Let's figure that out. That's like, you're a musician, right? Or it inspires you to write. It's that thing, right? I suppose for other people, it could inspire them to do their thing. But for me, that's what it is. Before writing and composing Clocks, the band had already written 10 songs for the album. However, because A Rush of Blood to the Head was nearing completion, they thought it was too late to include the new song on it. Hence, they recorded a demo and saved it with other unfinished tracks, labeling it Songs for Number 3. The band intended these tracks for what would be their third album. By 2002, Coldplay were ready to present the new album to their record label Parlophone. However, Martin felt it was rubbish and that heard this already. Rework Clocks. Alternative rock and psychedelic rock song, features a repeating piano melody and a minimalist atmospheric soundscape of synthesizer pads. Right? Atmospheric soundscape. This is part of their sound. Synthesizer pads, drums, electric guitar, and bass. Applied in ostinato. Oh, I said this word in one of the other songs. Okay. In music, an ostinato. Motif or phrase that persistently repeats in the same musical voice. Right? Frequently in the same pitch. It could be the same pitch. To me, when they say the same pitch, that means like the same note, but it doesn't need to be. It could be just do 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 ostinato, right? It could just be that. Yeah, I said it. The bass part in what was that third track on the? Yeah, God put a smile upon your face. I said pedal initially. I was like pedal ostinato. It wasn't a pedal. A pedal is the same note, right? Just playing the same note, but it wasn't. It was an ostinato. That's, I corrected myself in the moment. So, but I didn't talk about it. I didn't clarify. I forgot about that. But I'm talking about it here, so this is why you gotta watch all the videos. Anyways, it's probably mostly for Rob. Okay, where was I? Martin applied an ostinato as well as a descending scale on the piano chord progression, which switches from major to minor chords. Themes of the lyrics include contrast, contradictions, and urgency. Martin seems to address the helplessness of being in a dysfunctional relationship he doesn't necessarily want to escape. The lyrics are cryptic. The ending lines of the second verse emphasize contradicting emotion. Come out upon my seas, curse missed opportunities. Am I a part of the cure? Am I part of the disease? Song style also metaphorically alludes to its lyrics, pushing one to wonder about the world's obsession with time while connecting it to the theory. Make the best of it when we're here, present, and alive. The song is written in the key of E flat mixolydian. Okay. Mixolydian is the 5 chord, so that would be A flat major, and a main chord progression of E flat, B flat minor, F minor. Okay. So in A flat, this is the 5 chord, this is the 2 chord, this is the 6 chord. E flat mixolydian is the 5th mode of A flat major. There we go. Leading to some transcriptions using this key. Right, A flat major, because you don't say we're in the key of E flat mixolydian. that is strange to me, at least. I mean, I know what you're saying. Okay, we're E flat mixolydian. I mean, a lot of times when I play songs with people, a lot of times I'll just say, instead of just saying what key it is, oftentimes, and especially you don't always know other people's musical background, so you don't know if they know theory or not. Lots of times I'll just say starting chord is C major, or starting chord is C, or first note is G. Things like that, so that like, okay, we're starting at the right place. Because if you start saying other things to people, sometimes they may not know, sometimes they may not get it, sometimes they think it's one thing and other people think it's another thing. So if you're saying that we're in the key of E flat here, like, no one is saying we're in the key of E flat mixolydian. I've not heard it at least said in that specific way. Does that make sense? You can take like So What, right? Miles Davis Kind of Blue, and the whole thing is it's a modal song, right? Modal jazz, all that thing. And they're using Dorian. Dorian is two. It's been so long since I've played that. What is that? E flat, right? That's also E flat, and then it goes to D, or is it D flat and it goes to D? I don't remember. It's been so freaking long since I've played that stuff. Or it's E flat and it goes to F. I don't remember. Anyways, the whole thing is, right, Dorian. It's like, okay, if it's E flat Dorian, you could say, okay, we're in the key of D flat. Or you could just say E flat Dorian, right? Like we're playing E flat and it's Dorian. What does that tell you? That tells you that it's got a natural 6, right? It's got a major 6, right? As opposed to a flat 6, which is minor. Anyways, this is why sometimes talking in theory is stupid. Because everybody has their like idea, and then because it's like theory and it's like technical and like usually people that know that stuff are studied, they have this like, well, I'm correct and that this is what it is, and it's like this kind of like highfalutin, right? This thing about it, right? I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying I mean I don't know. I've never taken that approach, just because in music there are people, you have to be able to work with people that know music theory and that don't know music theory. And potentially, depending on what areas of music you're in, there's a lot more people that don't know music theory or don't know all music theory. They may only know some than not. So it's like, yeah. Okay, let's just get to the song. Clocks radio edit. I don't want radio edit. Let me go over here. Let's do it. Clocks. Bam. See if I know this song. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. Of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, of course I know this. Yeah. Again, melody, really nice. Got this, right? The hooks. All this air. That's the synth, right? The pads. Come back and take you home. I could not stop the tune now, no singing. Come out upon my seas. Curse me, stop opportunities. Am I a part of the cure? like Politic, right? It just builds into this bridge. Yeah, this is another really good bridge, right? All right. The bridge is not yet. Do they break down before the bridge? I don't remember. I know the song though. I mean, you know, I've heard it. Is it here? There it is. Nice. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. With the synths in there, in that break. Right, this melody, the bass part. That color. Yeah, it's nice. The guitar. Yeah. Just all these hooks. It's great. I mean, especially for pop music. I mean, it's called a hook for a reason. It gets you, right? It's called a hook for a reason. Okay, so oh, na, 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 na. Right, you go na 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 na. Na 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 na. Right? Those note choices, just the changing of one note and picking which one you're gonna go with. And I could have there are other options you could have went with. I just was just showing 3. All that stuff matters, and it's all different colors, right? Over this. But again, I like his sensibilities on the note choices of melody that he's doing, and also like when it's clear that he's more kind of playing with it, right? Like experimenting with it, not like the specific, right? Like you have the melody as it is, like, you know, what it is, like if you could say like kind of like the skeleton of it, and then you have his like kind of like whether it's like little embellishments or different things like that. All that stuff I really like. Look at this cat. Hello. Hello. What's going on? Yes, I know this song. Okay. All right. I didn't know it was this song. Yeah, this is a very big Coldplay song for sure. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, there it is. And Green Eyes. Green Eyes has to be the song that I'm thinking of. Has to be. I mean, that's the thing. They're such a big band. Right? And this is their second album. That's wild. Lots of hits. Lots of great songs. I mean, so far, every single song I think is great. Everything so far. I mean, we're like halfway sort of through the album, almost. All right, up next is this track, Daylight. We'll catch you then later.